This is a midnight discussion on the psycho tactics that are happening. I'll discuss that more in my YouTube membership, whatever. So make sure you look in the description, check that out, or check out under channel, the tab under membership. Here's the thing. There's a mental, psychological thing that's happening that we got to get behind. No King's Day has happened. We've had over 2,000 events. We've had 5 million people in it. And it's our responsibility, all of our responsibility, to promote and support it on the web. How do we support it better and more on the web? Well, first of all, not only sharing their content and sharing their videos, but more importantly, understanding what the Monday news is going to be. Trump is brilliant and a Napoleonic tactician when it comes to changing the narrative. For instance, let me give you an example. Out of all the things that happened, we had 5 million people. We had 2,000. I had people coming to my Clarity group, for instance, yesterday, and they were like, "Well, what about this whole thing with relation to the army pledge allegiance to him? What about that? What about that happened?" Now, I hadn't actually seen that. It may not even be true, but it's okay. The fact that they brought that up, what about that? What about that? You know, the other thing is, what about the whole thing in Craigslist where he came up with, he's trying to get people to buy, to buy them to attend the event, which was false. But the thing is what about these sideline gimmicks, and particularly the one with the Pledge of Allegiance upsets people. So wait a minute, we've had 5 million people in. We've had 2,000 events. And we have kicked ass, and you worried about this little shit? This little bullshit that he did? That doesn't make it the law. Even though they did a Pledge of Allegiance, they are held to the Constitution, not to a president. And just because he has them do a pledge, that does not get rid of their actual pledge to the Constitution. The Constitution is the law of the land. You can't just outright the law of the land. That's why he's 9 and 90. But you got a lot of people who got upset over that, and he's sitting there trying to trickingly get into the headlines of news with that over the fact that there were 2,000 events and that consisted of 5 million plus people. Think about that. We got the images, the pictures to share all over the place, and we're winning. Continue to share the images and pictures, but don't fall for the BS. Don't fall for the BS. It is strategic. Remember, this is the Trump failing formula. 1, fall out, break the law. If he loses on the lower courts, go to the appeal courts. He loses on the appeal courts, which is usually 3 judges. They make a judgment. 2 out of 1, he loses. Then there's the Supreme Court of 9. If he loses on these levels, he's going to keep pushing the narrative because his goal is not to win in court. Obviously, 9 and 90, his goal is to win inside your fucking heads and fuck with you. You're being mind fucked. Realize this. This is a pimp. A pimp mind fucks you. A pimp don't need to be the best player except for in the game of your head. Woo! Mic drop. Think about what the fuck I just said in the middle of the night. A pimp needs to be the best player, not in the game, but in your head. And oh, by the way, who are you? Well, I'll tell you this. If you're rolling up your pantyhose and you walk in the track and you chewing gum to get that not so fresh feeling out your mouth, you are not the pimp. Yes. Pimps down, hold down, pimps up. And he's pimping your attention. And if you believe it, you become the hoe. But if you don't, you re-pimp the pimp. You come back and say, okay, that's a good try. Good try. Oh, $400 million plane. Yeah, good try. Instead of us looking at the $800 billion, you sneaking through the big, beautiful BS bill. Oh, you want to open up Alcatraz again. Now, that's cute. That's cute. I guess you want us to forget about Aurelio Garcia. Oh. I see. Now you're going to bring Garcia back when you said you couldn't. And you said even on the website, on the White House, he would never come back. You're going to bring him back suddenly. Why do you suddenly want to bring him back? Oh, I know. Judge Zenas was about to climb in your ass over this Garcia case, hold you in contempt. As much as you don't care about the courts, you seem to care about him now. Oh, not to mention Epstein. Elon Epstein file came out, and next thing you know, you're bringing Garcia back. Just like that. Realize we're the pimp. This ATP, attempt to pimp. He's pimping your information. He is pimping your way. He is getting inside your motherfucking head to fuck with you. His goal this weekend was not to have the big party celebration of his birthday. It wasn't. That wasn't it. It wasn't to get the army to, we pledge allegiance to the president. No. It was to get inside the branding narrative of the movement. What is going to be leading on Monday morning? What is going to be leading right now? News is 24/7 cycle. What is leading, and how can he lead and kick your motherfucking ass on it? The game is on. Realize the pimping game. I'm from Chicago, the home of pimping. Iceberg Slim. Okay? I know that. Listen, pimping. That's what this is. This is an ATP, attempt to pimp. When you got 5 million people and 2,000 different events and people still upset at the army doing the pledge allegiance to him, which means nothing, he's gotten inside your head for cheap. Just like serving fries at McDonald's while he's cutting McDonald's workers' pay or refusing to give them minimum wage, or when he's doing the garbage truck, when he's screwing over all the unions. He knows the gimmicks. This man is a Napoleonic master tactician at the game. Respect his gangster. Not his authority, his gangster. Because he is moving. And the vice president he has is the most dangerous vice president we've ever had in American history. J.D. Vance is a gangster. How do we know? Because real gangsters move in silence. He's played this smart. When everybody was up in Elon, how great Elon was, even when Trump was saying, "Oh, Vance will not follow me in the next election." He didn't get in his feelings. He played smooth like a motherfucker with it. This guy is smooth. So, yes, the president, I still believe, could be resigning in 365 days. But, the guy we get to replace him, triple the devil, at least. 3 to 10 times worse. We in a shitstorm. We in a shitstorm, baby. I say we ride out Trump, though I don't think he's going to make it because of his health, the deportations, his incompetence, his economy. And even though you might celebrate that for a minute, the real bad news is J.D. Vance, because he's a slickster. Donald Trump is a one-trick pony, but he is damn good at that trick for the last 50 years. And nobody does tricks like a pimp. And that's what that man is. He is pimping. You are watching ATP, the attempt to pimp. The attempt to pimp. I'm going to talk about this more in my groups, particularly my Clarity group, and I'm going to do a lighter version in the YouTube group. I created the YouTube group to be a lower price to make it easier for you. Get in the door, but the Clarity group is super deep. If you're in the Clarity group, you don't need to get in the YouTube group. But if you hadn't gotten any groups and you just want to kind of fill out things, get in the YouTube group. Get the diamond package in the YouTube group and you'll love it. It's over in the description, or you can go on my main channel homepage and go under the channel memberships. Okay? You can also join under hitting any of the videos I got that say members only. And I go into that because I've created members only content. Really, the first video I put out was, hey, why the math ain't mathing on the election? That, I can't go any deeper than that. I got to talk in code. But I'm getting deep. I'm putting some deep kick-ass series out here on YouTube. And definitely in the Clarity group, I get to talk away from social media the way I want. And even off the record. I did some mind-blowing investigation stuff I discussed yesterday. I couldn't even record. I just stopped the record and said, hey, let me talk to you. Come in. A lot of good things are ahead. Our best days are ahead of us. But realize he's getting in your head. His goal is to get in your mind. And your goal, think about this, is to help understand that and at the same time promote what's really happening. Aurelio Garcia, the $880 billion. The fact that you got a nut jobs assassinating Democratic lawmakers out of Minnesota. Putting out the real truth that's out there. Putting out the truth of No King's Day and how peaceful it really was, because it was. It really was peaceful. All right? I love y'all. I want to see you do well. And I'm going to be posting pretty much for the rest of the month around the clock. Okay? But I'm going to have some deep stuff in my YouTube membership and even deeper in my Clarity. All right? What's the difference? Clarity, I get to talk unfiltered in a way about things. So I got to have some PG in the YouTube. If you want the raw, go to the Clarity. And it's in the description and in my links. If you want at least to test out, kind of get a vibe for where I am, get the diamond package under YouTube. You get that, all right? Love y'all. Talk soon.